Here's your Miami starting five. We talked about the Cavinder twins and how explosive they are. Haley leading the way for points. Hannah does a great job with facilitating. Off the mark on the three. Up the floor and quickly Aziaha James gets one on the board.
It's only 1-on-3.
So tough, has over 1,000 rebounds already in her career. That touched a couple of hands, and the three ball good in the corner.
Natalia Marshall, the transfer from Notre Dame, against a 6'5" player. Oh, look at the quick hands of Cavinder. Now there are two of them out there, and you can't tell them apart unless you know the two of them, but personally, that's how much they look alike. Miami has been in zone on makes and on dead ball situations, and Trieger scores with an and-one opportunity.
Tilda Trieger, 16 points, shot 7 for 12 from the field against Florida State.
She has shot the three well for NC State and shot it well in recruiting. It's part of the reason why West recruited her.
Shooting 33% from distance, has knocked down 7 coming into this game. James, that spot is money for her. Approaching the halfway point here in the first quarter. Haley comes off the screen, beautiful dish, and the bucket. Natalia Marshall again when they are gone. And to be able to come back from that, Haley said, I take great pride in that. Learned from the leadership when she was here during that Elite 8 run with Miami. And Marshall continues on a tear. She's relentless on the glass. Here comes Miami. Marshall has 7 of Miami's 11 points. Hannah off the bounce and gets it to go on the left.
Absolutely fearless. In graduate school at Miami, living their best lives.
Why not? And on the other side, Brooke says that comes to an end. Two-man action or two-twin action, however they would have worked that on the side, and the same results. Another bucket.
Hey, way to go, Miami. Anything off of anybody.
Mind you, they've dropped their last 2 games, both against ranked opponents, Georgia Tech as well as Duke. A heartbreaker. Couple of substitutions at the table for Miami at the next dead ball. As Hannah up top, setting up the offense and finds Rogers. Deep three, and it's good!
My goodness.
The 35th three goes down for Darian Rogers. As James responds with one of her own.
Response.
9 points for Aziaha James. They call her Zaza. You can also call her a walking bucket. Marshall at the top of the key. They can't miss.
It's a beautifully done uniform. I've seen it all across the country. Many Adidas schools wearing the quilted pattern. It's beautiful.
Absolutely. About a second difference between the game and shot clock. They're at 14. Three ball good again. This one going down for Lamaya Hilton.
4 triples for Miami.
Mind you, this is the biggest lead for Miami. 2 seconds left. Baseline good. And that'll be down for Madison Hayes. Birthday is today. She said, I'm doing this for him. Said she'd point to the sky, but nonetheless, I'm sure. Haley Cavinder moving the ball around. Roberts off the bounce. Jasmine didn't like the look. Haley, as the crowd wanted to walk, instead they get the turnover. Sanaya Rivers with numbers. Didn't like the look at the rim. Demaria Jones in and connects. Got a couple of starts this season earlier. Was dealing with a hand injury, so sat out a couple of games, but has it taped up right now. We'll sit down with the 2.
Miami back in their man, icing ball screens, which means they're trying to keep the ball on one side of the floor.
The look and the bucket. Lorena Awu can add on the points at the free throw line.
This freshman has
Hayes, top of the key tray. Back iron is Haley Cavinder. Got stripped. Aziaha James finds her teammate for another bucket of woo. And Donald Tucker center, giving the Noles their first loss at home. Rogers, another deep 3. Wow.
Come on, Darian Rogers. Bring it. I'm going to have to get my tape measure out.
Started the last 6 games. Has more points from 3 than 2. And we can see that now as, how about Awu putting on a show to start this game. Sanaya Rivers tried to spin her way into a couple of points and a turnover at the top of the key by Brooks.
NC State's best in transition, but when they're making good decisions, and their poor shot selection allows Miami to run.
Fast pace for both teams. As the take by Devin Quigley, you can count that too.
And this is a good-looking freshman for NC State. Can't have enough guards as we approach March, and the young backcourt is emerging equally as well as the front court. Devin Quigley. Hand it to Haley. Give me the ball.
Short shot clock, 5 left. Another 3 ball. That one no good. Haley Cavinder gets the rebound and the putback.
The smallest player on the floor. Players got back in transition. She can shoot whenever she wants. Aziaha James, anytime. Cavinder, the basketball by James, and there's the almost the pick in transition up the floor.
The last 3 possessions for Miami, they've gotten shots off in the last 4 seconds of the shot clock. James going at the zone. A lot of ball fakes will get you a bucket.
Yeah, Zoe Brooks has really done a nice job. And on the skip right here, watch Brooks jab, get her defender in the air, get to the paint, draw the second level. Very well done by the sophomore.
What I love about it is how she sells it with the eyes, a lot like Marshall, who is selling everything at the rim. It's been a fun one that has gone back and forth. Miami still holding a 2-point edge. The take and another and one. Why not, Devin?
I mean, I love the way Devin Quigley attacks the elbow. A little hezzy and then a finish with contact. I mean, you just can feel the infectious energy coming out of her. That kid is in incredible shape and just loves the game.
Obsessed with winning as that 3 ball for Sanaya Rivers gives the Wolfpack the lead.
Angel, Sanaya's improved 3-point percentage. Feet under her shoulders.
Surpassed the 1,000-point mark against Virginia Tech, has really put on a show in this season, and the take by Marshall short.
I know Ivory's in the studio, and she heard me say that, and she knows exactly what I'm talking about because she was really good at it.
She did it a lot, I would say, off the glass.
Is NC State. Not confused is Miami in their effort on the defensive end.
And not confused is Brooks as she gets back in the bag for 2. 5 on the game clock. Hilton, 2 to work with. Sanaya Rivers, you can't get stuff over her as she ends this half with the block. And the Wolfpack up by 2. They, as in Miami, wanting to improve on after a game ago. 28 turnovers against Duke, shot 36% from the field, and that has not been the case here in Raleigh.
She's smaller. She's learned how to finish in the paint. They've got 22 paint points.
Quick response on the other side by Zoe Brooks. Has 6 points, 3 for 7 from the field. Miami trying to work it on the inside. As Cameron Williams can't find the bottom of the bucket.
He's like another guard over here on this side of the court for NC State, sitting courtside.
Well, if I can say, I don't think it's left you either. I occasionally see you diving on the floor, yelling at the officials. You know, you get involved with the game still. So here comes Hannah Cavinder at the top of the screen. Marshall, who has the most points she's had against an ACC opponent. And another one falls down for Haley Cavinder.
Accelerating into that screen and ready to score.
Trigger. It's almost like she doesn't play like a freshman. So Brooks, and here comes Roberts. More ball movement. Seen a lot of that as Rogers, another deep 3. That's what you miss against Duke. Miami has more fast break points than the Pack. Advantage 13-9 as Madison Hayes counts the bucket. Aziaha James leading the way with 13. 2 players in double figures for Miami, and Natalia Marshall as well as Haley Cavinder. And another 3 ball goes down.
And that's the versatility of Madison Hayes. Angel, post up on the last possession. I love it, though. They do chomp on that gum.
I tried to. and almost choked in the game, so that was the end of that one. Sania Rivers comes up. The relentlessness of her to stick with it gets her another 2. It's been a quiet night for her.
Aziaha James is on the Haley Cavinder matchup. And what a good play again, Trisha Cullip. Her ATOs have been fantastic. She's a heck of a golfer. You know, if you want her, she's a long driver.
Well, I thought you were the long driver.
No, Katie.
I'm confused.
No, Katie has outdriven me many times.
Past 1,000 rebounds in her career against Virginia Tech. The only active player in college basketball to have now 2,500 points, 1,000 rebounds, and 500 assists.
A game, and they've got 9. Aziaha draws just enough.
Hannah comes up with 5. Marshall might heave it and does. What about it?
Come on. Miami. Marshall late clock over 6-6 trigger.
James got the edge. How good is that?
Okay, I'll tell you how good it is. I've run something for James right here.
Sania playing bully ball and gets it.
Except that's a smart play. She had the advantage. Coach Cullip said they fly on top of her house when she lets the dog out after them.
Oh boy, I got some Googling to do. Haley Cavinder connects on the 3. Madison Hayes continues to build on those 1,000 points.
Really good find by Brooks.
It's the rhythm in which they're finding right now. The pack up top 7 and a quick response from Williams. They have the numbers. Quick dish. That's rim to rim running by Williams. Under, nothing there for Awu. More speed, more spins, more buckets for Haley Cavinder.
And look at her face, all business. Break. Crossover and the spin. Trigger with a twist.
Sania Rivers left alone by the bench, short on the attempt. Jasmine Roberts lost it between her legs. Rivers comes up. Jones thought about it. 3 ball.
No, when Aziaha James is open and calling for it, you got to get it to her. But good rebound on the weak side. This crowd's starting to become a factor.
Hannah backdoor, beautiful basketball.
Come on, this is awesome.
Hannah trying to work against Zam as Rogers off the deck. Beautiful dish. Off the rim. Williams blocked from behind. It will stay with Miami. Barely got it away to Jones. The dish. Hayes, top of the key. Why not? Leads the team in rebounds and showing she can lead in points as well as she's doing it today.
Oh, what a play. Yes. I'm telling you.
Looking for a big win in ACC play, trying to keep their tournament hopes alive.
Got to stop the ball.
Haley on a dime. If only people knew what happens behind the scenes, how much you sacrifice to chase your dreams of impacting others.
To prepare teams for this right here. Yes. Good D right there by James.
And this is one that is going down to the wire. James blocked by Marshall.
What a play by Marshall in transition.
Hoping for a bucket. And Zoe Brooks delivered it with a chef's kiss.
I've seen tremendous relief, not celebration by NC State, and incredible disappointment by Miami.